talked about that front person coming around giving the support. Very useful to help slowing things down. So if I had a jammer that pushed really, really hard, this might be a beneficial wall to use because it can help slow things down really quick.
Quick question, sorry. How does the stop block kind of come into play with that? Like, can like the support, can I be like completely stopped and they're like moving their feet, or should like they be completely stopped and I'm like?
It's the people making contact with the jammer. Yeah. So if they're standing still, you might need to release the brake a little bit and give a little bit of time. So that's another thing. Like when you're in that front position, you're really multitasking. You want to make sure everything slows down. You want to make sure that they keep contact with the jammer. And for me, with my team, we do that by bending over at the waist. And then you also want to make sure that you're reminding them, no stop blocks, no stop blocks. And the people that are in the wall that are like this, they could say, I need room, I need space. And you go, okay, there's space. You know what I mean? Like it's a constant like communication with everybody. And the more that you can talk with one another, the easier it makes the walls happen and then people start to rely on each other more that way. So we have the front person going around giving the support. There's also the person that can drop to the back and kind of protect the wall. So if you have 3 people, somebody could be in the back kind of guarding the wall. Does that make sense? We're going to show you here in a second. Right? And with this one, if you have a very agile jammer that just keeps going back and forth, that would be a very useful wall to use on that. Okay? So let's go ahead and set that one up. Let me have 4 people out here with me. One person's going to jam. So we're going to do this in slow-mo. Okay? Let's say the jammer approaches and the jammer sits here on my butt. Okay? I can say, hey guys, I got her, I got her, I got her. And I push my people forward. And now I'm on this jammer, right? So when the jammer goes this direction, I'm going to lateral step. The jammer goes this direction. I stay connected. And I remain connected as much as I can. The jammer goes back this way again. I lateral, connect, and hold in place. Okay? The key with this is remaining in contact with the jammer. When the jammer releases, it's really hard to control this wall. But if the jammer is attached to you, and you make them feel like they're making progress, they'll stay attached to you. Then you can keep pushing your people forward as you go laterally across the track. Now, it's easier, instead of going across the track like this, okay, it's easier for me to sidestep as I go across. See how I just kind of sidestep back and forth? Okay, so I just turn my foot this direction, and I glide, and I glide, and I need to make it short. Okay, I can make it short. But you keep your distance from the people. If you are too close to them, there's no way that you can track that jammer, so push them forward. Okay? Does that make sense? And so, yeah.
This isn't necessarily something you're doing off the line. Jamie coming around.
So, good question. There's different scenarios where you would use this. If there's a scenario where a jammer doesn't take off right on the line and they're sitting here waiting to see what the other jammer does, heck yeah, drop somebody behind that line and then instantly launch them. You know what I mean? So that could be a way of doing that. Maybe you catch the floor wall and drop back into this wall, which is what we're going to be doing for the stroke. Okay? So, the jammer, we're going to have a floor wall again, where we catch the jammer. The jammer is going to attack one of the 2 inside middle people. Whichever one they pick, you guys have to own up and say, you know what, I'll take it this time. And you push back into that spot. Now when you push back, it's not pushing back and pushing the jammer backwards. It's saying, hey, I got this, guys, I got this, and pushing your people forward. Now, you guys are now the brakes. If you start hauling ass down the track, there's no way I can go out. Okay? So you guys can inch down the track as we're doing all of this. Now if the jammer gets past me, okay, let's say the jammer is here, and I can't get back in control of it, I can't get in here and push back off of it. If the jammer's here, I can say, I'm off, then somebody else can take that position. I say for this drill, you just reset